Stop selling to everyone, and strangely enough, your business grows. I know how this sounds, but yes, if you try to sell to less people, your business will grow. When most entrepreneurs start out, there is a temptation to sell everything to everyone. And we've all made that mistake. So it blew my mind when I first heard Seth Godin talk about the concept of minimum viable audience. Your minimum viable audience is the minimum number of customers you need for your business to be profitable. And then you focus on them. So when I started my training business years ago, I took every training job that came my way. I thought that as a struggling small business, I didn't have the luxury to choose my customers. So I wanted everyone to buy. I thought that I couldn't afford to be choosy. But because I was trying to sell everything to everyone, I sold nothing to no one. Stephen Covey is known for building the right habits. David Allen is known for helping people to get things done. Tony Robbins is known for swearing a lot. And me? Because I did public speaking, human relations, I trained in selling, communications, I trained in team building, I did everything, so people knew me as a kitchen sink. I was a kitchen sink. Okay, so let's come back to the concept of minimum viable audience. Discovering your minimum viable audience means that to start your own business and reach profitability, you'll need to determine if you need 5 customers, 10, 100 customers, 1,000 if you sell fish balls, maybe. And for many new or small businesses, this number is usually quite small. And because you need so few customers, you can start your business by focusing on serving a small number of people, just a few people. You can focus on a niche audience. You won't have to sell a lot to everyone, you just need to sell a little to someone. Because you no longer have to sell to everyone, it's so freeing. You can find your tribe, you can find people who are like you, people who have the same values, and then sell only to them. Let's talk about Scrivener for a minute. It's a word processing app that carved out a niche for itself. Scrivener is a writing app that I'm using right now to write my book called Start a Business, Change the World. And before I started writing my book, I didn't understand the appeal of the Scrivener app. I mean, why would anyone pay to buy a separate writing app when there's already Microsoft Word, Apple Pages, Google Docs? Is OpenOffice still around? With all these competitors, why build another word processing app? The reasons only became obvious when I started writing my book. It turns out Scrivener is a tool designed specially to help writers in their writing workflow. It's a little different from Microsoft Word and all the usual word processing apps. All the other apps didn't cater to long-form writers or people who wanted to write long things, like those things behind me. Here's what Scrivener does that other word processors don't. You can easily move whole sections around like post-it notes. You can get an eagle-eyed view of the book. You can set a daily word writing target. With one touch, you could easily format and compile to paperback and ebook and Amazon blah blah formats. And because of this, Scrivener, the app is getting downloaded in a world dominated by giant word processing players. So Scrivener has become one of the few go-to apps that writers use to do long-form writing for books and long articles. Imagine if Keith, the founder of Scrivener, the guy who made Scrivener, imagine if he went against Microsoft or Google instead. Imagine if instead of selling to a niche market, he tried to sell to everyone. Luckily, he didn't. With a focus on helping a specific market, Keith was able to focus on designing a product to help himself and his audience, and to help them better than any of the bigger players ever could. Because in every niche market, there is a niche that is not filled by anyone else. If you just need a small audience and a few customers, you can focus on any niche you want. Faith co-founder Yo Chen Chow said this best: "Don't be a small fish in a big pond. Be a big fish in a small pond." If your minimum viable audience is small and you only need to appeal to a small audience, you can specialize in a small space. You can fully immerse yourself in the subculture. You can understand your customers in a way that generalists, people who try to sell to everyone, never can. Thinking about your minimum viable audience frees you from the bondage of needing to go big or go home. With a niche audience, you won't need thousands of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram followers. You no longer have to craft generic messages that tries to please everyone. With a focus on just a small core audience, what you write is for some people and not the rest. What you love is loved by some people and hated by the others. What you believe is shared by some and spit on by others. But that's good, that's great. Because by focusing on your core audience, you will never have to please everyone. You are free to express your thoughts, bare your soul, and with a small audience, you gain the courage to say, what I do is for you and not for others. Find your tribe, look for people who believe in the same things that you do, people whose values match yours. Find your fellow spirit animals, determine your market, your minimum viable audience, and you're well on your way to better engaging and serving them. Once you have determined your minimum viable audience or your niche, you're now in a better position to serve your niche. And just like Keith, the founder of Scrivener, when you can truly help people, your business grows. If you like this video, click on the like button below. If you want to start a business and change the world, or if you want to join me on an epic journey through personal development, follow my channel. Start a business, change the world.